Hey guys, what's good? This is your girl. I am the Bronze Goddess, and I'm doing this video for you guys. I just kind of want to talk about something that I experienced today. Hopefully, if you all are in a similar situation, you can kind of take from my experience. Um, and this one is called Laughing at God. Okay, and yeah, you have to listen to the video if you want to know what I'm talking about. All right. Um, just really briefly, there's a story in the Bible, okay? Story in the Bible about Abraham and his wife Sarah, and they were getting older and older, and they were having a hard time conceiving. But God told Sarah that he would give her a baby. And Sarah was getting old, and the Bible says she laughed to herself. She laughed, and she said something like, to put it in modern day terms, oh, when my man is old, I'm gonna have a baby, because when am I gonna have a baby? Like, when we old and gray, then you gonna give us a baby? And she literally laughed to herself. That's what the Bible says. And she tried to take matters into her own hands and do a couple of things, but long story short, the Lord did complete his promise. He did stay true to his promise, and he did bless her with a baby in her old age. He still honored his word. And a similar situation happened with me. Not the whole conceiving part. Well, in a way, you guys know my story. It did take us a little while to conceive my older daughter, but that's not the point. The point is that God showed me the vision that he had for my life, like a glimpse. And I literally laughed. I was like, what? And I don't know if everybody may not be able to relate to what I'm saying right now. Some of you may not know what your life has in store for you. You may not know the plan God has for you. God may not have revealed that to you. But when I caught a glimpse of what I thought, the direction I believe God was taking me, I laughed and I was like, me, really? And the whole point of it is, if God gives you a vision, he will make provision. That's what my mom said. If it's God's vision, he'll make provision. If God is telling you to do something, or if you feel like God is leading you in a certain direction, don't give God your resume about how you're too old and this situation didn't work out and you don't have a college degree, so how can you have a business, and you didn't have this and you don't have that. Don't tell God why not you. If he chose you, and if this is truly his vision and his plan he has for your life, then you will have everything that you need. And let me tell you this other thing just really quickly. I'm sure you all have heard the story about, how Jesus fed 5,000 with a little boy's lunch. When Simon Peter first brought the little boy to Jesus, he said, all I found was this boy, and he has this lunch. And, this isn't enough to feed everybody. But not only was it enough to feed 5,000 men, it doesn't even make mention of the women and the children. And even after everybody had eaten, there were still 12 baskets full of food. My point is that a lot of times we come to God thinking that what we have is not enough, thinking that it's not the right time. It's always the right time if God gave you that vision. You do have enough if God gave you that vision. And I just want you guys to know that. Don't get overwhelmed by the magnitude of what it is. It's not like you got to do it yourself. That's the mentality you need to let go of. If God gave you a vision, you don't have to accomplish it by yourself. He will help you. He will see you through. Especially when you're talking about your calling, once you truly accept and walk in your calling, God is going to help you with that. You're not going to be overwhelmed and doing it all alone. And I also want to say this really quick. Your gifts will make room for you and bring you before great men. Let me tell you, and this is me sharing a lot, okay? One of the things I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna tell y'all everything. I tried to send a video, one of my videos, to this person who's in television, and I know how to do that. Like, all you gotta do is pretty much, put the link, the URL or whatever, put it in the email or whatever. You can send it to somebody. For some reason, it would not go through. And I tried and I tried and I tried. I could not send my video. I could not submit my video to this individual. And I kept saying to myself, what's really going on? And I felt the Spirit of the Lord telling me, that's not the way I'm gonna do it. What you realize sometimes, you have to realize, sometimes it's unconventional. I was kind of figuring it was going to happen like this, and going to happen like this, and going to happen like this. Sometimes when God gives you a vision, you don't understand how you're going to get from point A to Z. And so you're trying to figure it out on your own. Like, all you have to do is what he told you to do. And I felt like I was trying to jump the gun. I had all these projects. I was planning on doing this, planning on doing that. And I felt the Spirit of the Lord said, that's not what I told you to do. I told you to do this. And I'm like, how am I going to get here from right here? And for a moment, I think I was despising my meager beginnings. The Bible says not to don't despise meager beginnings. I couldn't see it. But I realized now I have to trust God. I hope you guys are rocking with me. I had to trust God. Because if he told me I'm going to put you right here, I have to trust him when I'm right here and I don't see it. You see what I'm saying? Some of you may not understand what I'm saying. I hope that I'm clear. Because if God gave you a vision, if God showed you what he wants you to do with your life, if he revealed your calling to you or your path to you, you don't have to worry about, do you have what it takes to get there? Yes, you do have what it takes to get there. You have everything that you need. You have enough. It's not too late. You have enough. And if he shows you the vision, you don't have to worry about how you're going to get there. All you got to do is keep walking in the steps that he has ordered for you. And pray the Lord will continue to order your steps and continue to guide you in where to go. It's kind of like God he tells you the final destination. But he doesn't give you a map sometimes to show you how you're going to get there. You have to actually trust him. To say, well, God, you say I'm going to get there. I'm not going to just do what I want to do and veer off on this path. I'm not going to just go over here and see if this will lead me here. Because sometimes we do that. God gave you a vision and you want, well, this way looks shorter, so I'm going to take this way. I'm going to go ahead and marry this dude. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and take this job even though this ain't really what I want. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and buy this house even though all the money ain't necessarily right. And if I miss a paycheck, I'm going to be in some trouble. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. A lot of times we veer off the path because we don't trust God enough to know that he's going to get you where you're supposed to be. Some of these decisions that you mad at God, some of these decisions you mad at God about, you did that. That's you. You did that. But you mad at him like he did that. You did that. Did you pray about it? Or did you ask God to bless it once you already did it? Did you pray and wait and ask God to reveal it to you? Ask God to give you a sign? Ask God to make it plain? Ask him to show it to you in a way that's crystal clear? Did you do all that? Or did you just do it and say, well, I already did it now. Lord, please bless it. Anyway, hope you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. I love you guys. I will see you all in the next video. The whole purpose, what I'm trying to say is you have enough. You have everything that you need. You are not too old. It is not too late. If God made a promise to you, he will honor it. Because before a word that he tells you is untrue, before heaven and earth will have to pass away for him to tell you a lie. So if he told you that, and you feel that in your spirit, you feel you were called to do something, he will make provision. If it's his vision, he will make provision. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. It's not on you to make it yourself. You may not get a map. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. You may not get a map. But if you truly trust God to lead you in the right direction, then take one step at a time and you will get there. All right? I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.